You want a treat? I think it's been, oh my gosh, this boy is looking really good. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, welcome. I am so excited to have you here with me today. If you don't know who I am, my name is Kiara Venice, and in this video I will be talking to you guys about the process in which I went when adopting my cat. I recently got a cat. I think it's been about a week now, and I remember I was looking for videos of just people sitting down and talking about the process of adoption, because I never had adopted an animal, let alone a cat. I never even had a cat. So I just decided that I would share my experience with you guys. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, then we're just gonna get right into the video. So let's go. I'm basically gonna tell you guys about my personal experience, and at the end of the video I will give you guys overall some of my suggestions and tips before you adopt a cat or really any animal. So first and foremost, I didn't know I wanted a cat until about 2 weeks, maybe 3, I don't know. So I'd been thinking about it for a few weeks, and then I was like, okay, this is something that I want to do. So it wasn't necessarily like, it was an impulse decision just because I never saw myself with a cat. I've never like been around cats much growing up. So in that sense, it was impulsive, but I did think about it for 3 weeks, more than 3 weeks. Did my research, was watching heck of videos, and just looking up as much stuff as I can prior to deciding that for sure that I wanted to get a cat. So after watching some videos about like how to introduce a cat to your house, or like tips and tricks about having a cat, just like random videos and stuff, and I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. Then I had started looking at some locations around me in which I could get a cat, whether that was the adoption center, whether it was somebody that I knew, whether it was Craigslist. Don't talk about it. I know I'm not the only one, okay? I got my last dog off of Craigslist. They be selling on there. So yeah, I was looking up adoption center in my college town and in my hometown. Really, I was just focusing on the adoption centers. So I had minimized my search down to about 4. Where I stay, the adoption center is partnered with like PetSmart. There was like certain times where they would be transporting the animal to PetSmart and they would be giving it away for free. So I was keeping up with that. That was basically like my first step, was where am I going to actually get the cat from? What do they provide? Like what services will they provide for my cat prior to me getting my cat? And many of the adoption centers, at least in my area, they do like the spaying and the neutering, and they keep them up to date with their shots, flea treatments, and all of that. So that is something that you want to look into prior to getting your cat, because I'm a college girl. I would rather pay to adopt my cat and it comes with all of those services, as opposed to, say for instance, if I were to find somebody who was selling their cat or a cat from home, it may not guarantee that you get those services, and then you would have to go out of your way to, you know, make sure that your cat has all of its shots and all of that. And I just didn't want to be concerned with it, at least not right now, especially because I don't have to be. So I knew that a couple of adoption centers that I was going to be keeping up with. So that was the first thing. And then, like I said, I was just staying up. I was so anxious, so excited. So I was watching heck of videos. Pinterest was on pinned. I don't know, like I was just looking at some of everything. I'm always like this. Anytime I get a new job or I getting a new whatever it is, I'm always doing like so much research. I obviously really want to do this if I'm investing all my time and my money and stuff into this. So that was like how that kind of went. So I had to wait until I was financially able to get a cat. So with that time, like I said, I just was able to do a lot of research. And also there's another cat in the house. She's Queen Bee, Miss Nokia. I'll insert a picture of her. She's cute. She's the queen of the house. So let's move on to the day of. So the day of, I think I have a little bit of footage. Hi guys. So today it's October the 3rd, and I'm doing something kind of crazy. I'm getting a cat, y'all. My parents don't know. Only one person knows about this cat. I can't reveal who, because that would just be not good. But I'm about to go supply shopping, and I have an appointment at an adoption center today, and if I don't see any pets that I feel like I'm compatible with there, then I'm going to be driving back home to look at an adoption center there. But I'm adopting a cat today. What the heck? I remember waking up and I was just like, ah, so excited. So excited. So excited. I have a scheduled appointment with one adoption center, and then the other adoption center, they didn't require appointments. You could just make sure you have your mask, and I'm sure they may have been limiting people. But on my side of town, I had an appointment at 1. I woke up and I was like, okay, I want to have a litter box, food bowls, food, and toys for my cat. Period. Those are like the essentials. So I was out early in the morning shopping around for that. I went to PetSmart, Pet Supplies, and Petco. And where I'm at, why was it so limited? Like, they did not have a lot of options, and I was really struggling. Food and water bowl, toys, and litter is all that I purchased prior to getting my cat. And then my appointment just sneaked up on me, so by the time I got my cat, that's all I had. Let's talk about going in there. First of all, I don't care what y'all say. Y'all know it stank up in there. Y'all know that y'all know it stank. It smells like wet outside dog. A wet dog outside. I don't know. Anyway, it stinks in there, but it's fine because it's just like you're so excited, you just ignore it. You know, I had to like sign a little waiver. I was like, dang, am I gonna die? And I went inside of where they kept the cats, and I was looking at kittens. Like, I was telling myself I want a kitten. I mean, I've never adopted, so I was just like, you know, I was stuck in the mind frame that I want to raise my cat, I want to train it. I don't want somebody whose habits have already been implemented into this cat, and then they come into my area and my environment and they're completely confused and we're doing things totally different than what you're used to. Not that that's an impossible situation to deal with, but I was just fond of the thought that I just wanted a kitten. Period. So when I got into the adoption, the cat facility, the cat area, I told her that I was looking for kittens, and so she directed me to these 4. It was about 4 kittens, I believe, 3 or 4. 3. 2 of them were siblings, and you know, they were together. And there was this one single black cat, and I held the single black cat, and he was cute and sweet. He was really just nervous and shaking. And then I'm sitting here playing with the cat, and I had my friends, 2 of my friends with me. I remember one of my friends went up to Rico, and Rico was just all over her, and I was like, he's an affectionate sweetie pie. And I always told myself that I wanted an orange tabby. I had personally always just seen, like, if I had a cat, it would probably be an orange one. So, you know, I went up to him, I pet him, he was all over me as well. So I was like, okay, this is good energy, good signs, good vibes. So I was like, you know, I called my grandma, because my grandma was the only person who knew that I was going to be getting a cat. I think I had mentioned to my mom that I wanted a cat, and she was just like, girl, no. I didn't tell anybody because nobody really liked cats, and I'm just like, I mean, I'm paying for it, I'm doing everything for myself, like, this is my responsibility, but it was so hard not wanting, because I just wanted to talk. Like, I just wanted to talk about it. But I called my grandma, and I sent her a picture of Rico, and she was like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. And I was like, yes, he's so cute. I had to have grandma's approval, because it's kind of like, even though we didn't literally do it together, we kind of did do it together. Like, she helped me pick up my cat, and that's something that I'll always be able to say, like, my grandma helped me pick out Rico. After we had talked on the phone and I was like telling her like I really like him and stuff, she was like, girl, get him. So I got him. And while I was at the shelter, I asked like, okay, like what kind of food do I need to buy, because I still hadn't bought food. He told me to just look for things that say like chicken, beef, or whatever, like in the first, like that list, those are listed first. So I was like, okay, bet. He put them in a little, like the little adoption center box, which I was really nervous about, because I was like, I didn't know if I needed to bring a carrier or not. Like, do you have to bring, I literally have never gone through this process before, so everything was just kind of like, to me. But thank God I didn't need a carrier. They just put them in like this little, like a cardboard box. It's almost like a Build-A-Bear, y'all. It's like when you get a Build-A-Bear and they give you those boxes. I was like, is this humane? Like, is this okay? Like, should I be calling you on you? Is this... Anyway, but the box has like holes in it or whatever, but still I was just like, something about this just ain't sitting right with me. They put them in the box, and then, you know, they went over like everything with me, like basically after you purchase him or whatever, like he's your responsibility. They gave me like his information, and let me go actually show you guys that. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. So this is like the little envelope that they gave me. I don't know, I guess this is like his personal information I'm putting out there. His original name was Marlin, but Marlin's cute. I just didn't really want to stick with it. I decided to rename him Rico with a K, because that's just how we get down. This is Rico's picture. This is his mugshot. They say 1 to 2 years old. I still haven't taken him to the vet. I plan on maybe taking him to the vet next week because he is going to be due for a shot. I feel like he may be closer to 2 just because he's really big, and he's actually pretty mature. So I think he's maybe closer to 2. They spayed him. And I thought it was really funny. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Your ears got hot. He was literally only in the shelter, y'all, for like 1 day. Or 2 days, maybe. I adopted him on the 3rd, and they say that he had arrived on October the 1st, and his arrival reason was that he was returned within 2 weeks. I'm like, that kind of scared me. So I'm like trying to see like how we gonna get along with next week, because obviously you and your owner didn't make it to, so I don't know. We gonna see, y'all. Is Rico gonna make it? I'm just kidding when I say like I might give him up after 2 weeks, but I was looking at this like, and they didn't really give like any specified like behavioral assessment details. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I kind of wish that they did, because I would have just loved to have been prepared, like to see if he's gonna be good with cats, is he good with kids, does he scratch up your furniture, is he bad, does he know how to use the bathroom. Like, I didn't know that stuff prior to bringing him to my home. But I guess I would have been the same with the kitten, because kittens don't really know much. They're babies. So yeah, so it came with that. He's registered, obviously, so it came with like his dog, or not dog, his ship information. They provided like his records, like his shot records, and just all that like good stuff. They provided me with some other things as well. They actually provided me with a whole bag of litter, which I was not expecting. As you guys probably knew, because I did mention that I had bought my litter prior to getting the cat. They provided me with a bag of litter, and then they gave me like this box that I'm gonna have to show you guys. This box, I haven't looked at everything in here yet. It just has like some wet food.
Battery low. Bye-bye.
I don't know if I'm gonna feed this to him or what, like special occasions, because I can't be affording to feed my cat wet food all the time. I also think there's like some samples in here. Should we open it? We might as well open it. Hope that it's sealed, whatever it is in here. Let's see. Yeah, what is this? Oh, you can detect blood and urine with this. So if I suspect that my kitty is not feeling well and something may be wrong, I could test it out. So it came with all of this, just the wet food and the I don't know, these are just like some care things. Kitty Bay. Is this a sticker? No, I don't think so. It'd be cute if it was. And they gave this t-shirt. What size is this, y'all? Yeah, okay, as they should. It's a large. Oh, I'm an advocate. That's really cute, actually. I love that. Oh, they gave me cat like pet deterrent. So like wherever you don't want your cat to like be, or if you don't want them scratching or urinating or doing whatever they're not supposed to be doing in an area, you're supposed to like spray it prior to prevent them from doing whatever they're not supposed to be doing in that area. So they gave me that as well. So it was, they gave me like some pretty good stuff. So I was like, wow, this adoption was totally worth it. I did pay a $60 adoption fee in my college town. Back at home it was $25, but with me having to drive back and forth, same difference. I already knew like as soon as I get to one adoption center, I'm probably gonna end up leaving with a cat. Like I already knew that. So I was not even really planning. The day of, I was like, I'm probably not gonna end up going back home. I know that at this appointment I'm probably gonna end up finding a cat that I want to go home with, and I did. So they gave me all that stuff and had to sign contracts and gave me his information. I put him in my car, and me and my friends and him, we all came home, and I still had to get a few more items, so I let him out of his box, and immediately he runs into my living room, goes under the couch, and I'm just like, you can't stay out here. Like, there's another cat, there's also a dog, and a lot of people, so we need to get you into my room where you're actually going to be spending most of your time so you can get acclimated and comfortable in that area. So it took us probably about 20 minutes, I must say, to get my cat from underneath the living room couch into my room. And that's when I was able to realize how giant he was. He is big. So after I got him into my room, I didn't have much except for food and water. I put some food and water in his bowl, pre-set things up before I brought the rest of my items home. So I ended up going to PetSmart to find his litter box and a collar, and I ended up getting him like this little cat tree. I do want a bigger one, but because I had just spent so much money on everything else in addition to the fee adoption, I was like, okay, he doesn't need this, like it's not a necessity, and this one is good enough. So, and I'm in a small space, so I can't have like a really huge giant one, but this one is okay for now. So I got all of that stuff, and I came back home and proceeded to get him together, get all of his stuff together. And I realized when I was getting ready to set up his litter box that it was broke. So I had to take my happy butt back to PetSmart. And at this point I was so tired because I had been ripping and running all morning, and I just really wanted to just sit at home and be with the cat. But I had to go back out and get the new litter box because it was torn and I didn't want litter, like extra litter escaping. And I also ended up going back to get Nokia a birthday toy because her birthday was coming up fairly soon. Those were all my errands for that day, and that was basically everything that I needed to get and how the process went. And when I got back home, you know, I set everything up. I'll show you where all of his stuff is and what I got. So finally, when I got back home from PetSmart, he was just underneath my bed, sitting on top of this box because I have like a few boxes, like probably 3 or 4 boxes. He was just sitting on top of one of the boxes. He had been there since he'd got in the room. I did try like playing with him. He was kind of like playing with the toy, but he just would not leave the box. So I was like, okay. And there was food and water out and all of that. So I was like, okay, he's just not comfortable yet. So I was minding my business, sitting on my bed, chilling, doing my homework, and I heard meow. That was the first time I heard him speak to me, and I said, oh, you're ready. Oh, you're ready to come out. I honestly wasn't expecting him to come out for like the first couple of days because I know that sometimes it can take a while for cats, and they just will not really be messing with you until they feel comfortable enough. And I was like, oh, you're ready. I could just hear it in the meow. I was like, oh, okay. I went back underneath the bed to like mess with him, and he came out. So I let him eat, drink. He started exploring the room a little bit more. It was a Saturday night, so of course I was turning up with my friends. We were hanging out in the common area. When I had got back in here, it was really late. It was probably like, I don't know, 3 in the morning. I'd laid on my bed, and he jumped up here, and I was like, oh, like how cute, petting him. And then a few minutes later, I felt something wet on my foot, and I'm clumsy, so I was like, okay, where's the water bottle? Like, I must have left the water bottle. No water bottle on my bed. I said, this is piss. This is pee-pee. So I had to take everything off my bed, spray. I have a mattress pad, spray my mattress pad. I went in on the mattress pad, and I had to wash my sheets and all of that, and my blankets and all of that, so he wouldn't smell it anymore, and he wouldn't pee on my bed ever again. And that night I had to spend the night outside of my room. I locked him in that bathroom right there, and I put all his stuff in there. The next morning, I don't think I got up until around 11 the next day, and I came in here and I went to my closet and I looked for him, and I couldn't find him. So I was like, he doesn't want to be found, I'm just gonna leave it alone. I went back out into the common area. I came back in, and I was like, okay, the door was open as well. So I was like, maybe he's now in my room. So I looked in like the places that he had been chilling, where I had seen him chilling, and I still could not find him. So eventually my grandma texted me, and she was asking me about Rico, asking me how he was doing, and I couldn't even respond because I didn't know. Like, I was like, I don't even know where the cat is at. At this point, it's about 7, and I'm like, okay, no, everybody's asking me, where's Rico, and I'm like, I don't know. So me and my friends had like a little search party in my room, and I still could not find him. Like, he was gone. I was like about to get ready to look up his chip information. I was like, maybe he escaped. Did somebody like accidentally let him out? Like, did he just somehow manage to bamboozle us? Like, I I just didn't know. While I was on the phone with my grandma, I was continuing to look just like the same spots we'd already checked. And I look and I found him. I found him. And I'm gonna show y'all where he was at. And I want you to know that me and my friends did check there. We did. No, at this point, it's only been a week, but he cannot hide from me. Like, I know where you're at. I know all the places to look. You've exposed yourself all within the first few days, so you can't hide from me no more. I guess I can talk to you guys a little bit about my schedule. So typically I wake up around 9-ish, 10, and then I feed him. He usually doesn't really bother me. In fact, he's typically sleeping in there. So I feed him around 10, and then I clean out his litter box. I play with him a little bit, give him some loves and treats and cuddles before I go to work. I'm only at work for a few hours, literally 4 hours. And then I come back, play with him for a little bit, just chill. He's really not like needy, like, you know, cats have short attention spans, so he doesn't really require that much attention, which is new to me because, like I mentioned, like I've never had a cat. I've always only had dogs, and they are always, well, at least puppies and like young dogs are always constantly like wanting attention, versus like a cat, they could be like, get out of my face, get out of my face, which I had to adjust to because I would literally come home and be like, let's play, like, are you excited, like, let's go. You've been here all day by yourself, let's go. They're not like that at all, so I had to get used to that. But like at this point I love it because it's not as much maintenance. Like, yes, cats are a lot of maintenance. You have to almost do everything the same you would, well, not the same you would as a dog, but there's just as many things that you have to do for a cat that you have to do for a dog. It's just different is all. But so far it seems like he's been doing well. He's definitely acclimated to his space. He crawls and jumps everywhere in this room. He's also very loving. He loves to follow me around, especially in the morning. And also I wanted to talk about introducing the two cats. We are still not on the basis of the cats being like this, or like they're not even like this at this point. Rico, like I said, my boy is very mature. Nokia, she just turned 1 literally a few days ago. We put them in the same room together. Of course, we started off very slow, putting them, you know, across the door, and Nokia, all she does is just growl and hiss at him. They've been literally in each other's face, and Rico is just sitting there, and Nokia is not having it, which I totally understand because like she's like, what's this? Y'all not giving what y'all said is gonna give. Like, I'm confused. Yeah, just, it's a no. But I cannot wait until they're friends. I will have to record the day that I see them like playing together, or like just chilling and Nokia's not hissing or growling. For me, if I had to just give a set recommendations of things to do, to not do when purchasing or thinking about getting a cat, I would definitely make sure that you have the funds. I'm sorry, like, I'm not trying to pretend. I do not want to beat around the bush. So make sure that you're financially prepared. Second of all, make sure that you have time. I feel like I have an adequate amount of time for my cat. It's literally only 4 hours a day that I'm absent though, and then the rest we just be in here vibing and chilling. I'm sorry that the lighting has changed. It's obviously getting dark outside. I've been literally talking for 40 minutes. 50, probably more. I don't know. I would just say make sure that you actually really want the cat. Like, make sure that you actually really want this, and you've thought about all of this, and you've done your research, and you feel like you're ready, then do it. Do it. Okay guys, so I believe that we have reached the end of the video. I think I talked about everything that I literally felt like I could speak on. So if you guys did enjoy this video, you can let me know by giving it a big thumbs up, clicking that subscribe button for me, comment down any video suggestions or video feedback about this video. If you want to see more Rico, what kind of videos you guys want to see, and last but not least, share this video with your family, your friends, or anybody that may be thinking about getting a cat. Anyway, I appreciate you all so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.